Hello guys. This is test series number 3 on literature and language portal. Before I start with the series, please like, share and subscribe my channel. So the very first question is, which is the odd one in the following? And the options are Paradise Lost, second option is The Ramayana, third option is Essay on Man and the fourth option is Iliad. गाइज हम वही पैटर्न रखेंगे. सबसे पहले मैं आपके साथ क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करूंगी एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस द आंसर्स. सो द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज द नेम ऑफ वर्जीनिया वुल्फ्स फादर वॉज. ऑप्शन ए इज स्टीफन वुल्फ, ऑप्शन बी इज जॉन वुल्फ, ऑप्शन सी इज जेम्स वुल्फ एंड ऑप्शन डी इज रॉबर्ट वुल्फ. Question number 3 is, who wrote the interpretation of dreams? And the options we have are Marx, Jung, Freud or Darwin. Question number 4 is, who wrote Principles of Literary Criticism? And we have 4 options: T.R. Lewis, Neth Brooke, I.A. Richards or A.G. Gardiner. Question number 5 is, which play of Shaw is also sometimes called The Chocolate Soldier? And the 4 options are, the very first option is Arms and the Man, second option is Candida, third option is Pygmalion and the fourth option is Saint John. Question number 6 is, in which decade of the 20th century did the group of novelists commonly known as Angry Young Men appear? And the options are, option A is 30s, option B 40s, option C 50s, option D 60s. Question number 7 is, which of the following statement about Foster as a novelist may not be true? And the options are, Foster disregards conventional plot construction and frequently introduced startling unexpected incidents. Option B is, the characters of Foster's are types rather than individuals. They are embodiment of certain values of life. Option C is, his novels are written against rural background. Option D is, Foster is basically a moralist upholding the cause of culture, tolerance and civilization in a world open to the attacks barbarism, materialism and provincialism. Question number 8 is, who organized the Four Musketeers of the Oxford movement? And the option A is Lord Russell, option B is Michael Roberts, option C is Stephen Spender and option D is Graham Greene. Next question is, in Laurie's Son and Lovers, the protagonist reflects Oedipus complex. Which of the following can be associated with Oedipus complex? Option A is abnormal attachment of a son for his mother. Option B is abnormal attachment of a son for his father. Option C is abnormal attachment of a daughter for her father. And option D is abnormal attachment of a daughter for her mother. Let's move on to the question number 10. And it is, in George Orwell's Animal Farm, animal turns on Mr. Jones and his men and drive them off the farm. This incident allegorically refers to, option A is the French Revolution, option B is the Russian Revolution of 1917, option C is the War of American Independence and option D is none of these. Question number 11 is, let's go then, you and I, when the evening is spread out against the sky like a patient etherized upon a table. The comparison in these lines is an example of, option A, Petrarchan conceit, option B, romantic irony, C, metaphysical conceit. Option D, Victorian compromise. Next question is Brave New World, which was written in 1932 by Aldous Huxley, derives its title from option A, Francis Bacon, option B, John Milton, option C, Shakespeare, option D, Wordsworth. Question number 14 is Dr. Aziz, in Foster's A Passage to India, was arrested. What was the charge against him? And the options are Dr. Aziz had murdered Adela in Maravar Caves. Dr. Aziz had attacked Adela Quested in Maravar Caves. Dr. Aziz had committed a rape on Mrs. Moore, or none of these. Next question is I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was meant to be appears in. And the options are this line occurs in The Wasteland, Gerontion, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, or the last option is Portrait of a Lady. So these are the questions. Let's move on to the answers now. The very first question was which is the odd one in the following? So we have four options here: Paradise Lost, The Ramayana, Essay on Man, and the Iliad. Essay on Man is the right option because the rest of the three are the names of the epics, and Essay on Man is a poem which is in the form of epistle. Next question was the name of Virginia Woolf's father was Stephen Wolfe. Stephen Wolfe was an historian and biographer. Question number 3 was who wrote the Interpretation of Dreams? So the Interpretation of Dreams was written by Sigmund Freud. Question number 4 was who wrote Principles of Literary Criticism? Principle of Literary Criticism was written in 1924 by I.A. Richards. Next question was which play of Shaw is also sometimes called The Chocolate Soldier? So the answer is Arms and the Man. It is a comedy by Shaw. Its title came from the opening words of Virgil's Aeneid of Arms and the Man I Sing. Next question was in which decade of the 20th century did the group of novelists commonly known as the Angry Young Men appear? So the right option is 50s. A group of mostly working and middle class British playwrights in 50s including John Osborne and Kingsley Amis was known as Angry Young Men. Next question was which of the following statement about Foster as a novelist may not be true? And the right option is the statement that his novels are written against rural background is not true about Foster. Next question was who organized the Four Musketeers of the Oxford movement? The answer is Michael Roberts organized these poets, but later the leadership was passed on to W.H. Auden. So W.H. Auden, Stephen Spender, C.D. Lewis, Louis Mackenzie are known as Oxford poets, and they are also known as Four Musketeers of Oxford movement. If we move on to the question number 9, the question number 9 was in Lawrence's Sons and Lovers, the protagonist reflects Oedipus complex. Which of the following can be associated with Oedipus complex? And the option A is the right option. Abnormal attachment of his son for his mother. Next question was in George Orwell's Animal Farm, animals turn on Mr. Jones and his men and drive them off the farm. This incident allegorically refers to the Russian Revolution of 1917. Question number 11 was let's go then you and I when the evening is spread out against the sky like a patient etherized upon a table. Here the comparison is in the form of metaphysical conceit. So these lines with the picture of a couple walking in the evening, the scene is compared to a patient under sedation upon an operating table. which is very much an example of metaphysical conceit. Next question was Brave New World, that came in 1932 while Aldous Huxley took its title from Shakespeare. Huxley took the title from The Tempest of Shakespeare. In Tempest, Miranda, a young girl who has grown up on isolated island, when meets men from outside, says, "Oh, brave new world that has such people in it." Question number 14 was Dr. Aziz in Foster's A Passage to India was arrested. What was the charge against him? And the charge against Dr. Aziz was that he had attacked Adela Quested in Marabar Caves. At the train station, Aziz is charged with sexually assaulting Adela in a cave. It becomes the point to bring in racial tensions. Question number 15 was I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was meant to be appears in. This we have 4 options again, and this line has been taken from the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, where Prufrock compares himself to Hamlet and then dismisses his importance. So this is how the question test series number 3 is complete. Thank you so much.